Checking that audio, seeing what we got for voice in here. Voice sounds good. Feel that little bit of beat making your skin crawl a little bit in that good way from Mr. Steven Ignoramus. Make sure you go over there and check him out. His links are in the description. He's provided this music for me. He provides the music for his own show where he talks news and plays music. Make sure you go and check him out over there. Patrolling that Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter. Come on, let's get that cold weather coming in here. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Mr. J. Edgar. How we doing, everybody? Thank you for coming into my stream if you're catching this later. Looks like the counter is showing 0 right now over there right now, but that's fine. We've got some more time for everyone else to pop in here. We got the R-rated conservatives already come in and made some commentary. Leftists must hate this game since there's a faction called the Boomers. I need a sounder board so I can get that rim shot in there for that one. That was a good one. I like that. But since there's not too many people in here to talk to today, I think we're just going to go get right into the gaming. So, let's go ahead and get that queued up here. If you are new to this channel, of course, and you're watching this over on YouTube or over on Periscope or Twitter, make sure you go ahead and hit one of the links for that for YouTube, DLive, or Twitch. That's the only way we can get you into that live chat and get you talking here. Thank you for spending some time here on your Sunday night with me in advance, of course. And I think it's time for us to get to the show. So, for those of you who are watching back on the on-demand for posterity, where last we left off, we were just getting ready to decide what to do in Novak, if we were going to take Manny's quest or if we were going to just head for Honest Hearts. And I gave it some consideration over the last couple days, and I think we're just going to head for Honest Hearts. I think we'll come back and do Come Fly With Me after that. So, I mean, it's been fun. Actually, what we could do, though, is go do the quest to see who done it, who killed Boone's wife, because we waited to talk to him about that. So I think we're going to do that, though. Get us just a little bit closer to level 10 before we go off on... Oh, actually, you know what we should do first? Let's see where we are at on level. We're at level 8, and see where we are on the ticker, because that might change what we do here. But let's get into it. Alright. So, we are at Novak right now. Find out from Manny Vargas where the cons were headed was the last quest marker that we had. But, you know what we're going to do instead? We are going to go Excuse me. We are going to see what we can do for Boone's wife here. But first, we're going to see if we can find a place to sleep for free, and I don't think we can. Actually, there's one other quest that I want to do here. So yeah, there's a couple Novak quests that we should do first before we do anything else. But let's see where we are in the level first off. So we got another 1000 XP till level 9, and then we got to hit level 10 before we hit Dinosaur. Well, we don't have to. We can just jump into it, but it's helpful. A workbench here that we can use if we want to. I think we might do that. But everything here is marked own, so we can't do anything that's on here. The other thing we can do, though, is take care of our energy cells and our microfusion cells, because we're going to want those in a bit. And the thing with switching our microfusion cells over like that is, you know, it's quite a bit easier for us to do things. The overcharge, well, let's actually have a look. There's nothing we can do on this reloading bench, so let's actually have a look at what's going on with this. So, under items, we'll go over to ammo, ammunition. Now I'm using a 10mm right now, so that's what I have queued up as far as items goes. But if we go down to like energy cell, electron charge pack, we're not going to worry about yet. But if we go down to like energy cell, we have one energy cell. Target damage threshold is -2, which is pretty standard on energy weapons. But then we go to overcharge. Yes, the overcharge wears your gun down faster. But it also gives you 1 1/4 times the damage and takes the damage threshold of the target down even further. Microfusion cell is the same way. And actually the exact same stats, it's just that microfusion cell weapons have a considerably higher damage. So it's worth it to do that, I think, and we'll get better recipes as we go down the road. But we're going to wait in here because there isn't a bed. We're past the point where we can do the other quest anyway. So we'll make this 9 in the morning. Yeah, all this is set to own, and it's all good stuff too. There's a Repcon rocket. Just out of curiosity, we're gonna see if this blows up like all the other automobiles in the world do. No, it doesn't. It would have done it by now if it had. So, oh, there's one other thing we could do, as long as we're wrapping up some side quests here. Let's do that first, actually. So let's do Eddie My Love, because we're right by the scrapyard. So we're going to do that first. There's no bark again. We'll be back to talk to him in just a bit. Standard Novak house. Check the mailbox. Still nothing in here. I think we checked this the last time we were out here. This is the crazy dude's house. No bark. But we're not going to dick with him, because it's not nice. Put that away. I'm going to try and get through Veronica's companion quest. I'm going to do Eddie's companion quest, obviously, because we're going to go down that. I don't know if we're going to do Boone's, because it requires you to have certain I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. In order to do Boone's companion quest, you have to have certain reputation points with Boone specifically by the time you get to certain places in the main quest, and I think we're going to be too far down the main quest by the time we get there, and same with Arcade Gannon. I'm going to take Arcade Gannon this time, because I think he's the only companion I've never taken. We'll do Rex's companion quest too, but we won't see that until much later.
Hi there. I'm Old Lady Gibson, or so they tell me. I've got odds and ends for sale, and I'm pretty good at fixing things, too. You might have noticed the very large building just north of here. That's Helios 1. The NCR runs the place, so it's off limits to prospectors.
We'll hold off on what's for sale right now, or repair, but she can repair up to 100%, which is nice. Except they took the limit off for repair skills, so you can repair anything up to 100% yourself. What can you tell me about RepCon? Hey Ron, well, my weekend is still going because I don't work at my 40-hour job on Mondays, so thanks for watching though, and of course sharing is caring, so if you want to share this link out to people and get them in here for the chat, feel free to do so. Weekend was good. I have learned how to actually function with yeast this weekend. I made cinnamon rolls from scratch. I managed to make pretzels one time on my own with yeast, and they turned out really good, but lately, the last couple times I've tried to make things with yeast, I couldn't get anything to rise. I found a trick. And this is going more towards the idea that I do maybe want to do some cooking videos going on down the road as well, because I really like live streaming and having you guys in here to talk and have the conversation. So if we can talk about cooking, we'll talk about cooking. If we talk about New Vegas, we'll talk about New Vegas. If we talk about this idiotic porn argument that's still raging on, even though it's starting to peter out a little bit, we'll talk about that. But the trick that I found was if you set your oven to 200 until it's preheated while you're mixing your dough, and then turn it off and cover up your dough and put it in the oven while it's cooling down from being preheated at 200, that's about the right temperature that you want to have your dough in to proof and rise. I never knew that. I have failed on 5 loaves of bread since I moved into this apartment. And then I did that because my cinnamon roll dough wasn't rising either when I first made it, and I did that, and suddenly I got big poofy cinnamon roll dough and refrigerated it overnight. Made the cinnamon rolls, and you're supposed to proof them one more time, and I did that just the same way, and I've got the biggest, fluffiest cinnamon rolls I've ever seen in my life. So that's a trick for you. If you're having trouble getting your dough to rise, set the oven to 200 degrees, that is in Fahrenheit, set them in there, and just wait for them to proof. Anyway, back to the show. What can you tell me about RepCon?
Sometimes it seems like I spent the better portion of my youth in that old wreck of a building. Me and my hubby, may the man rest in peace, used to scavenge there.
It is as soon as you turn off the oven, you can put it in there because you don't want it heating up and melting your plastic wrap.
A lot of the scrap you see around here is from RepCon. Even my favorite chair.
What do you know about Helios 1?
The way I heard it, the Brotherhood of Steel ran the place before the NCR took it away from them. I'm not sure who started shooting first. But when it was over, the Brotherhood, with all their fancy armor and weapons, was on the run. Nobody's heard from them since.
Why do they call you Old Lady Gibson?
Well, I'll give you a hint. They used to just call me Gibson. I hope you can figure out the rest.
I like that.
I don't mind, to be honest. Living long is a real
No, we had a bread machine when I was a
days.
kid, and we used it all the time.
But
But, it's doing stuff from scratch. I love learning how to do stuff from scratch. I just took them off my desk. Crochet needles, just in case I want to learn how to make clothing before the apocalypse. And just for something else to relax too. I want to try it out. It seems like everyone in my family has done it. Crocheting is something that's actually gone down, kind of been passed through the men in my family. I never learned how, but now I'm curious to do so. So anytime you can learn how to do something from scratch, clothing, food, anything else for that matter, that you can learn how to do without having to go to the store and get it, you should always learn how to do. because you never know what's going to happen from day to day in this, especially political climate, but just the climate of the world that we have in general right now. Should always be prepared. All right. Old Lady Gibson doesn't have any more dialogue options.
Take care now.
Subject E, diagnosis complete. Begin recording. My name is Whitley. I'm a researcher at Adams Air Force Base. Until recently, I was in charge of the Duraframe Reinforcement Project for the combat model iBots. iBot Duraframe Subject E is both the prototype and the last functional model in this test group. I was prepared to make several significant upgrades to the machines. However, as the project was canceled and all Duraframe assets are being diverted to Hellfire armor, I'm sending this model to the Navarro outpost. If you're listening to this log from one of our Enclave outposts in Chicago, give this unit whatever repairs it needs so it can continue to Navarro.
So this is Enclave talking, which we saw a lot of Enclave in Fallout 1 and 2. There was a lot of Enclave there. There isn't really a lot of Enclave presence in this particular game. Fallout 1 and 2 both happen in California, just outside of just outside of Los Angeles, but somewhere into Northern California as well. The Enclave is the remnants of the United States government, which is why I tend to hate them. But they sent a robot out from the Capital Wasteland, which you see a lot of these in Fallout 3, over to Navarro, which is in New California. And he was supposed to get there, and I guess he never made it. But he was laying his junk on Johnson Nash's desk, and now he's following us. So now we know a little bit of why, too, because the Enclave has a base in Chicago, which he must have traveled through to get here, and now he's here following us. So that is that. And there are going to be a couple other places going forward where we're going to trigger some recordings from him, and by the end of the time, once we hear all the recordings, we'll get an option to either upgrade his armor or upgrade his gun. My uncle and aunt used to make quilts together. I found a quilting frame in my attic. Yep, I have one aunt that never married. She just recently passed away from lung cancer, and one of the things that she started to do when all of us grandkids started getting old enough to graduate high school is when we graduate high school, we get a quilt. They found iron-on photograph paper, so they were copying photographs onto the iron-on paper and then, going ahead and ironing it onto the quilt. So I actually have a quilt built of memories of my life, which is pretty intense. That's pretty amazing. Okay, so we did that. So let's go ahead and talk to people about Boone's wife. Let's see if Nobark is in here, because that's going to be fun. U.S. government, giant cancerous mass. Yes, and they got no better by the year 2277. He's not here. Of course, why would he be? Let's go find him. Okay. So we're going to ask around town about this. Now, once again, I actually know how this quest ends, which takes some of the fun out of it, but we're going to go down here. I don't know if the medic has anything to say about this. But we'll take the carton of cigarettes. Smoking is cool. What gets me is there are cigarettes in either loose form, pack form, or carton form all around the the Mojave Wasteland, and the Capital Wasteland too, for that matter. But your character can't smoke. Okay, you have crap. So we'll come in here, and we're going to grab one other quest out of here.
Man. Hey there. In from out of town, ain't you? Name's Dusty.
What can you tell me about Boone's wife?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't really know them two as well as I might. I remember she had an edge about her, like she'd rather be someplace else. This kind of life ain't for everyone, that's for darn sure.
What do you do here in Novak?
Oh, I tend to my ranch, that's about it. Alice will tell you, I don't get out a whole lot.
I've heard you've been losing livestock.
Losing don't describe it. It's a massacre. A few more days and there won't be nothing left to lose.
Tell me what you know about the attacks.
Every night around midnight, Alice and I wake up to some crazy hollering and gunshots. You'd think the world was ending all over again. But it's just one animal each night. They don't take it or carve it up or nothing. Just leave it there, all full of holes.
I'll see if I can catch whoever's responsible.
We'd be grateful, especially if you find them before they get my whole stock. But don't go getting yourself killed over it. Alice and I'll find a way to make do. Always have.
Did you get a look at the attacker?
Beg your pardon, ma'am, but them two-headed beeves ain't worth getting shot over. Not to mention what would happen if half of what Nobark says is true. Best we can hope is that whoever's doing this will move on or get tired of it. I just hope it happens while we still got animals left. Whoever it is, I don't think they're from around town. Seems like they've taken to shooting from the west side.
Goodbye.
So long.
Alright. Let's
What
talk
brings
to
you here?
Alice. What can you tell me about the attacks on your ranch?
Well, it's the strangest thing. Last time it happened, I could swear I heard someone cry out for help. Sounded like a big fella. But when we finally got up the gumption to go look outside, all we found was our cattle. And I know what they sound like when they get upset. I can't imagine what went on. Dusty can probably tell you more about it.
What can you tell me about Boone's wife?
Boone. That's that sniper fella. Works in the dinosaur, right? I only met them but once or twice. They seemed real happy together. I really ought to get to know them better. They're probably nice folk.
How did Nobark get his name?
I'm not sure who started it. Wasn't a very nice name, but he took to calling himself by it, so we all had to. I don't even remember what his real name is. Anyway, I think it comes from that expression that people say when you're crazy, that not all of your dogs are barking. Poor Nobark.
What do you think of people who live here?
Oh, we keep to ourselves for the most part. Try not to pry. I think Jeannie Mae gets bothered that we aren't more sociable. But it's just our way. Ain't that we don't appreciate what she's done, managing this town like she has, but I worry she feels that way anyhow. Not that there ain't others who pry around here. That Nobark was skulking around our yard last week. I thought he was our cow killer. Was about to lash him with our bullwhip till I saw who it was. He's harmless, though. Part of me wishes I could see things like he sees them, all full of mystery.
I just wanted to meet you.
Oh, well, I'm Alice, and you've already met my beau, Dusty. He's sweet, ain't he? I don't care what my mama said. I know how to pick 'em. We set up this ranch years back when Novak was just getting settled. But now, with all the danger on I-15, folks are starting to come through here from all over. Novak might just be the next Nevada boomtown.
It might be, except I'm going to go clear out I-15 later. Goodbye.
Nice of you to visit.
Alright. So, looks like we are going to have to wait until midnight-ish or so. And right now it is noon. So, we'll go ahead and we'll talk to a few other people. See what we can figure out. That's Jeannie Mae's house, but she's not there, so... And this is how the town got its name, of course. The hotel lost half of its no vacancy sign, so now it's just Novak.
Howdy.
That guy doesn't have anything to say because he doesn't have a name. Hello, lady.
I hope you're finding everything to your liking.
What's wrong with Boone?
Nothing that wouldn't be wrong with any man who loses a wife, I suppose. Poor dear. I know he thinks she was kidnapped, but I'm not so sure she didn't just run off on her own. You could tell she was thinking about it ever since they arrived.
What can you tell me about Boone's wife?
How should I put it? I guess you could say she was kinda like a cactus flower. Real pretty to look at, but there was just no getting close to her. She never did take to living here. She liked the big lights and fast living of New Vegas. I got the feeling she was trying to get Boone to leave with her, but I guess she got tired of waiting.
Where can I get some supplies?
Go see Cliff Briscoe at the Dino Bite gift shop and tell him I sent you. I think he gets lonely standing around in that dino belly all day. He'll be glad for the company.
I'd like to rent a room.
Well, I think that's a fine idea. I'll give you a good flat rate, and you can stay as long as you like. At least until the busy season comes. Sound good?
Sure, here's 100 caps.
I'm glad you can stay with us. Your room will be the one upstairs, closest to the lobby side. Here's your key. Let me know if there's anything I can do to make your stay better for you.
What's been going on in town lately?
Well, let's see. Dusty McBride's been losing some Brahmin, but that's probably the heat more than anything. Honestly, it's been real quiet. Ranger Andy's still hurt, but we got these two gentlemen snipers watching the road day and night, keeping the trash out of Novak. They've been a blessing.
What's the quickest way out of this dump?
You can jump out the window for all I care, lady. You got no right to come in here and start criticizing our town. Folks work hard to keep it clean and safe. We do the best we can. But still, there's always some of you finicky types that there's just no pleasing.
I am that finicky type. Goodbye.
Watch out for strangers.
And she's just as cheerful as usual.
Hey there.
So we've got a second player home here, which is this one. Which we can use this now too for the rest of the game as a player home, and none of this is marked as owned, so we can open up everything and store stuff in here. There's a safe we can put stuff in. There's some food up on the counter. They give us some complimentary smokes, I guess. Stuff in a suitcase. Just clothing. More clothing. The fridge. Full of booze. The minibar is fully stocked, and we can jump in here and take a nap anytime we need to. But this also means that we have to transport all of our stuff back from Good Springs, and that gets to be a bit more of a chore than you would think it would be. That character got riled about calling her dump a dump. LOL. Well, you just wait and see what we're about to do. That's all I got to say about that. Okay, so that one's marked as owned. That one's not. We talked to this guy again.
You again. What is it?
But he doesn't know anything about Boone's wife, so we'll hop off of that. See what
Your
Daisy's got to
travel's
say.
been going all right?
She doesn't have anything to say.
What?
But she's going to eat right in front of us, which is interesting. That's set to owned. That's set to owned. That is not. But he's up in the dinosaur. Excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me. So I think the only other person I guess we had a couple people that we could talk to about it. Cliff is going to be in the shop. Well, we talked to Ranger Andy quick. See if he's got anything to say. I don't think
the
he
hang of
does.
that takedown. I had trouble.
Oh, we do. What's wrong with Boone?
Had his wife taken. I don't think he'll ever be the same as he was. Damn shame. I told the Rangers up at the station to keep an eye out, but there's just too much ground out there for them to cover.
What can you tell me about Boone's wife?
Carla was a knockout. Whenever Boone walked around with her, he always had this funny grin on his face like he couldn't believe his luck. I know we couldn't. That wasn't the only reason she stuck out, though. That girl never minced words. If she'd had better food or hospitality, she'd let you hear it. Trouble was, she usually had. I don't think she meant it. She really was a sweet girl. I think she just wanted to remind herself that there's still nicer places in this world than Novak. Who could blame her for that?
Okay. That'll be that. Check on Ranger Station Charlie, which we were there before. But let's go ahead, talk to Cliff. Will be the only other resident in town we have to talk to.
You came back. Welcome back. Can I get you anything?
What can you tell me about Boone's wife?
Can't say we spoke much. Boone did most of the buying for him. She was in the store once, but she didn't stay long. Had a look on her face like she'd smelled something sour. But far as I can remember, the gift shop smelled fine. Well, fine as it always does.
Jeannie Mae sent me.
Bless her. Seems like every traveler I get in here tells me the same thing. They see the sign and think, gift shop? That's just too good to be true. But Jeannie Mae always points them back in my direction. Well, a friend of Jeannie's is a friend of mine, and my friends get a discount at my store.
Which is nice.
Come back soon now.
So, we talked to everybody in town. There's one person whose story differed, because everyone else said that, yeah, Boone and Carla were really happy together. But one person did not say that. So, we're going to come back here at night. What time is it? It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Mojave time. So we're going to go check on the ranger station. Let's go do that quick, because we have the note to do that. Let's go check on that. Nighttime sniper. Manny Vargas mentioned there's another sniper named Boone who works at the dinosaur mouth at night, whose wife recently went missing. Dusty McBride wants you to look into the nightly shootings of his livestock, which he says tend to occur around midnight. Being at the Brahmin pen at that time would be the best way to catch the culprit, so we'll try and get there around 11. Ranger Andy is hoping to learn more about why he's lost radio contact with the NCR garrison at Ranger Station Charlie. Which, he didn't say anything about that, but there was a glitch that popped up that caused that to happen in that dialogue, so let's go check on that. Well, actually, I think we'll fast travel over there. Novak, Gibson, Charlie. So everything looks kind of normal. I think Eddie just found something. Which I'm not sure what, but he sure went off in a hurry, didn't he? I wonder if there's a corpse over there. 'Cause yeah, he went off in a hurry over here. But I don't see a body, so we won't worry about that for now. Let's go check out Ranger Station Charlie. Let's do that too. I think that might be a good idea. Nothing appears out of place. Except for the door that glitched. But it's pretty easy to see why there's no more radio contact over there anymore. Because it looks like everybody is deceased. So we're going to be a little careful out here. They smashed the computer. So it's somebody that obviously hates technology. But as you can see now, there is a landmine sitting underneath this trooper here. So we'll go ahead and move him. Snatch his armor. They don't leave any guns on him. See if we can grab this mine quick. Got it. Move this guy. Yeah, they're crafty little bastards, aren't they? Oh. I got too much crap. Guess let's see what we can do about that. I'm going to switch to that too. Alright, that brings us down to manageable, but we'll take care of that too. That is our 5.56 revolver, which is actually a pretty fun weapon to keep around. I'll take care of that. These people are stripped clean. And she got her legs blown off. Because I just blew up a fire extinguisher next to her. Uh-oh, we're losing frames. That's lame. So yes, this would be why we lost radio contact, because they destroyed the radio. So we'll go back and we'll talk to Ranger Andy about that. Alright, what time is it getting to be? It's 5:02. It means we've got about 6 hours to do stuff yet. So we're going to want to be at the ranch at about 11, but we'll go talk to Ranger Andy about this.
Any word on Station Charlie?
I went to the ranger station. Everyone was there was wiped out.
What? What happened?
I don't know the details. I just saw a lot of dead rangers.
God damn it. I just spoke to them the other day. If this is some kind of sick joke, nah, that'd be too far. Even for those guys.
Hey, am I losing frames
Listen,
here? Is anybody...
this could be trouble for all
Ron's
of us.
out there.
Whoever did this is still out there, and they might come this way. If you can find out who did this, we can be better prepared to deal with them if they come through here.
Alright, I gotta check to see if we're actually still alive or not. Because it looks like I lost Ron, and it looks like I'm losing frames as well, so... Let's see what we can do about that. Sorry for the on-air production, folks. Ron, did I drop stream? If you're still in there? Alright, I've got dashboard up and it's telling me I'm still going. Alright, I've got dashboard up and it's telling me I'm still going. See? Looks like I'm not getting much of a chop, so... I wonder if I just dropped stream for just a second. I don't know. I guess we'll check on that. Okay. Anyway. Alright.
A few years back, we get a tip that some Legion slavery...
We'll listen to this already.
Like...
Okay.
Look out for yourself.
No, I got a message that we skipped frames, which means I dropped some frames as we went. Which, if I'm getting chop, I'm going to jump out and see what I can do about it. Looks like I've got 3 people in watching right now, so...
Howdy.
Anyway, let's see if this does anything else here. So, there was only one person, as I mentioned before, that seems to tell a different story, and that's Jeannie Mae Crawford. So she's hiding something. We knew that there was that floor safe in there, but we can't get into that without pissing her off. So we'll go ahead and check that. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to come out here into the Brahmin pen where everything is happening. There's nothing on the corpse that we can loot, but we're going to go ahead and wait now. Oops. Well, 6 hours to wait, so we'll bring it out to 11:42 p.m. If I can hit the right button, anyway. W is wait. The guy with the trooper's hat. Yep. So, let's get this out here. And look around. The Brahmin count is being able to see us. So now we wait. There is something moving out in the distance there. But it's not aggro to us. See if there's anything on the night vision scope. So we see something there that is cloudy. I don't know if you can see it moving on your screen, but I can see it there. And now we pissed it off. So we'll switch to that. And we have a Nightkin, which are particular bastards in this game. But we're going to be facing them later, so we don't have to worry about them right now. But for right now, we're going to blast this guy. Or we would if our gun skill was anything worth doing. No, no. And that, of course, was what was taking out the Brahmin, and he's got a minigun. Beer back, going to the kitchen, I see a fence and a cow. Yeah, there was a little bit of a flickered object in the background, which was this Nightkin, using what's called a stealth boy, which we used when we did Booted, so... he's got 5mm ammo, a case, or cases for 5mm ammo, so we can make more, and a minigun. And then a note called The Screams of Brahmin, so we'll go and check that. So, according to this then, the data say most of what is recorded here is a mess of incomprehensible psychotic gibberish. It seems to express a general frustration towards a set of Brahmin who are allegedly keeping the author awake at night by screaming inside his head whenever he closes his eyes. So, we had a nightkin that went nuts, essentially. But as long as we're at cover at night, let's go check the other thing. And this is the thing. I mean, we're doing a good karma run on this, but there's sometimes we got to step over the line for justice. So we'll run in here where Jeannie May is gone. But hey, let's just see what's in here. She's got baseballs, bottle caps, pre-war money, a whetstone, which I'm going to go and get rid of again. But she's also mysteriously got this bill of sale here, so let's see what that is. Well, let's go back in the miscellaneous and find that whetstone and get rid of it, because it's heavy. That's a whole pound that we could dedicate to something else. So we'll get out of that. Go back into our Pip-Boy and read the bill of sale. We, the representatives of the Consul Officiorium, have this day bargained and purchased from Jeannie May Crawford of the Township of Novak the exclusive rights to ownership and sale of the slave Carla Boone for the sum of 1,000 bottle caps and those of her unborn child for the sum of 500 bottle caps, the receipt whereof is hereby acknowledged. We warrant the slave and her young to be sound, healthy, and slaves for life. We covenant with the said Jeannie May Crawford that we have the full power to bargain and sell said slave and her offspring. Payment of an additional 500 bottle caps will be due pending the successful maturation of the fetus, the claim to which shall be guaranteed by possession of this document. M. Scribonius Libo Drusus et al., administrators of M. Licinius Crassel, Consul Officiorium et Famultus. A lot of Latin. So, according to that, there's dead-on proof that Jeannie May Crawford sold Boone's wife. So now we got to drag her out in front of the dinosaur. And I used to think that you had to sit and wait around in front of the Dino Delight to get her to come out, but it's nighttime. Boone is up there. She's in her home, so let's just go talk to her. And the lights are even on.
Hey there.
Hey there.
Is everything all right? Awful late to be dropping in unexpected.
We've exhausted all of the options except for come with me, there's something you should see in front of the dinosaur.
Okay, if that's what you think.
So I'm going to, what we had agreed to there. We'll wear the beret as the signal. And we'll follow her up there, of course. And now she's deceased. Now, the worst part about this, But it's also a little bit fun on this is you can actually lead anybody out there. The dialogue option exists on everybody in town as soon as you go through and talk to it. So you don't have to go and find out who actually did it. And Boone will, for the most part, believe you when you lead somebody out there. But yes, it was Jeannie Mae Crawford that sold the young slave. And there's her safe key, so we didn't have to go and unlock it, but we did anyway. But we'll go ahead and take all of this. I am over encumbered and I cannot run, but that's okay. There's a traveling merchant right there. It's probably got some caps. See if there's anything I can get rid of. Oh yeah, there's plenty. Alright. So there's that. Let's go talk to the merchant.
Hey there. Need anything?
I'd like to see your wares.
Sure. Here's what I've got.
Other than 2,000 caps, which is nice. So we'll get rid of all that NCR cash first. Because caps are a much better medium of exchange. 357 we'll hold on to. SMGs we'll hold on to. Cowboy repeater can go. It's kind of useless. Frag mines can go. Dynamite can go. The minigun is pretty useless. Let's just get rid of that because that's just holding it, taking up weight at that point. Shovel we're going to keep. The service rifle we're going to keep. The varmint rifle we're going to keep for now. Let's see. We'll get rid of the NCR helmet we'll get rid of. The NCR armor we'll get rid of. Reading glasses we can get rid of. Sheriff's hat, obviously that. Oh crap! No, I don't want to get rid of that because I'm going to wear that. But I'll get rid of the armor there. A lot of food we can get rid of. Let's go ahead and get rid of all that. Or some of it, I should say. We won't get rid of all of it, because some of it, like that, doesn't weigh enough to warrant any concern. So we'll get rid of that and that, because those are really good weight to a caps exchange. That doesn't weigh anything. Get rid of all that. Fresh carrot is gone. Iguana bits we'll get rid of. Mole rat meat. We'll save the Nuka-Cola. And the Patriots cookbook. Anarchist cookbook. I still get, I'm entertained by that. We'll get rid of some of that. No drugs. Yeah, probably store a few of those too. Other than that, I think we're good. Get rid of the pre-war money too. And a pack of smokes to get rid of. Get rid of those, because like I said, they're worth more as leather belts than they are as hide. I think when I finish up at midnight, I'm going to go trim my mustache because it's getting annoying. And it's even worse because we went to Wild Wings. Have you ever gone to Wild Wings and got the spicy garlic? And maybe your Wild Wings is different than ours, but it seems like every time I get spicy garlic, it is just drenched in sauce, which is good, but it's hard to eat. And I always get the bone-in wings because boneless wings are for kids. They're chicken nuggets. But yeah, they're just swimming in sauce. And the garlic parmesan aren't bad. The honey mustard aren't bad. But it's just, yeah, every time you get spicy garlic, it is just, it's like you're trying to pick up sauce with a wing sitting in the middle of it. It's all over my mustache. You know, I've only had this for, not even a year, so I'm not completely used to it yet and how to deal with it, but yeah. Alright. We've got our miscellaneous out here. We're going to hang on to all of our ammo. So we're going to accept that meager sum of 1,640 caps. Let's see if there's anything else in here that I could possibly want, which I don't think there is right now. Oh, cards. I remember the days when Anarchist Cookbook was sold in surplus stores. Yeah, when I did that solo video on that kid that got popped for telling her friends that she wanted to go back to the school she dropped out of and shoot it up, that was the biggest evidence they had against her, was the fact that she had a copy of the Anarchist Cookbook. I'm like, so? I have one of those. We have something called buffalo wings. Yeah, spicy garlic is buffalo sauce. That's actually, it is the traditional buffalo sauce, but it's got a hint of garlic sauce in with it. So, let's see. Baseball bat, maple body. And we see some of the Gunrunner stuff coming in here at this point, which we saw that loading up in the beginning of the first video I did. Like the baseball bat, maple body, it's a modification for the baseball bat. Or it comes with a bit of a heavier duty body so it doesn't wear down as bad. I mean, these merchants they've got tons of stuff. I think though, because we don't have a hunting revolver, we don't have a katana yet. Grab another card though. Like, we don't have much of anything else. We don't have a plasma defender. But that would be nice to have. Yeah, we don't have much anything else to do anything with any of this with. So, yeah, we'll just go ahead and snag that. Get out of here. So, and we'll go up to the dinosaur store and talk to Boone, and we'll be done with that quest. And then we'll actually wait till everybody's awake, and we'll go and check in with the Brahmin quest as well, since we finished that. And then I think it'll be, let's see what we get out of as a reward for one for my baby before I decide what we're gonna do. We might go do Come Fly With Me.
That's it then. How did you know?
I found the bill of sale.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised. It'd be like them to keep paperwork. Here. This is all I can give. I think our dealings are done here.
What will you do after this?
I don't know. I won't be staying, I know that. Don't see much point in anything right now, except hunting legionaries. Maybe I'll wander. Like you.
Come with me, let's go after the Legion.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah, I do. I thought snipers worked in teams. We'll do the intelligence checks. Because that'll give us some more experience.
Yeah. Working on your own, you're a lot less effective. I've been there and paid for it. But this isn't gonna end well. Fine. Let's get out of here.
So now I've got 2 parks here because of my companions. Let's look at that. We'll heal that up too. I don't know why that's all beat to shit. Perks. So we got Black Widow, Bug Stomper, Cherchez La Femme, Ranger Takedown, Spotter, Wildlife. Okay, so while Eddie is our companion, player can detect enemies at an increased range. Additionally, enemies will appear on the player's compass and can be targeted in VATS even when cloaked, which is why we were able to grab that Cloak Nightkin when we did. And Boone gives us the Spotter perk. While Boone is a companion, hostile targets are highlighted whenever the player is actively aiming. So once we're actually in aim, like when we're sniping or whatever, they'll actually glow in red, which is a really handy perk to have. So, I guess we'll go down the main quest here. So let's wait till morning. And Manny's coming out to work.
You have any luck with the ghouls? I'm counting on you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I have to do that to go on the main quest? I didn't realize that. So we'll go back to that. No, I want to go through the door. Alright. So we'll go ahead and do this. We'll go check in with these fine folks. And I guess, since we haven't cleared level 9 yet, we're going to go do Come Fly With Me. Come fly with me, let's fly away.
Find anything?
No one is going to attack your corral from now on.
Well, I don't know how you've done it, but I do know how I can thank you. Please take this, compliments of Alice and myself. And help yourself to anything in that freezer over yonder. We got more steaks in there than we'd be able to eat in a year.
So yeah, the freezer is no longer set to owned at this point. We can grab food out of there from whenever we want, and they will restock it. And we got money.
So long.
And we got accepted nature in Novak too, so that's all good. Alright, so find out from Manny Vargas where the cons are headed, which you won't talk to us until we do Come Fly With Me. So we're going to go do Come Fly With Me. So head on over to the RepCon test site to see where the ghouls are coming from. You haven't been to Wild Wings, huh? I recommend it. It's delicious. And there's a glowing one sitting out there, empty. Must have gotten a dust up with that nightkin. And we can see something else off in the distance. On the radar over there. I believe there is an actual real science facility in Nevada, just outside of the I-15 too, like this. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff out here. We got a bunch of. Look at all those red blips. Got it up.
Can't run from me.
That's the one we want to take out first. And I'm radiated. Because the glowing one. Because yes, the glowing ones do spit off radiation on you. So let's go ahead and take care of that. Oh, I'm running low on right away. I think I ate entirely too much this weekend. Lots of socializing. I should fast for 2 days for gorging myself. Well, I mean, there are cultures out there that do that too, or at least that's what the ketogenic diet tries to tell you. It's okay to fast for days on end. Oops, I didn't want that wrench. These guys actually usually do have a pretty good series of minor loot on them too. And for being feral maniacs at this point, you wouldn't think that they'd have a lot on them, but and it's usually bottle caps and such. But yeah, it's usually worth it to go search out a ghoul after you've dropped them. Ammo. Looks like this was an outpost for some.
Oh my. Can't run from me.
Thanks, I want to take that shot, you dick. Well, that took care of it anyway. But we also see that there are ash piles out here. And a rebar club. And here we see another nightkin. With a rebar club. Take the pack of smoke out of there. Looks like there was a guard outpost of some sort out here. We got some scrap metal if we need it, or weapons, which we can remember to come back from that. Now these look like traps, but these are actually just markers in the middle of the road apparently. Got some drugs, some jet. Sensor module we don't need anymore because we already fixed Eddie. But we got a Radaway and a stim pack, and we're on our last Radaway, so that's good to keep in mind here. Another one of these bright guys who's got a recharger pistol. We are going to want that. Ammo. Again, easy locked grenade box. Nothing up my sleeve here. And they're playing checkers, so they're using bottle caps as pieces. No, that's the thing too, like with some of these fad diets, like, I mean, I mentioned the ketogenic diet. There are a lot of people who go onto that and they're perfectly able to justify anorexia. My ex was one of them. She was flat up anorexic, but she looked at it and said, well, some cultures don't eat every day. And she was going for weeks at a time without eating because she thought it was, for whatever reason, healthy for her. Don't believe there's anything down here, but I'm going to double check. Just a fence that won't let me go any further. Another nightkin. The enemies and stuff that come... Oh, there's our plasma defender we were talking about earlier. Which is a far superior plasma pistol. Nothing in there. Some more ammo. Another one of these guys. Yeah, they... everything that they put out here, they just kind of randomly smatter around. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. I've come up here sometimes and there's been no corpses up here. And this time I've just loaded with them. So we've got bottle caps, another robe, more ECPs, and a laser RCW repeating charge weapon. Which is pretty much like a laser operated Tommy gun. So we're going to snag all of that. Nothing on the chair. More ammo. They are not shy about ammo in this game. You know, I played Fallout 3. they do not like to give you ammo in the beginning of Fallout 3 whatsoever. So, I mean, it's always interesting to come back to this game, which I played first, and just see how much ammo you're always over, and then go back to try and play that and realize that you have no ammo. So, yeah, we are tripping over ammo right now, and we could possibly break some of it down and change it into other types of ammo, but fasting 1 day of a week is okay. It helps your body repair itself, but starving yourself, I don't think so, E. Yeah, no, I mean, and I went to culinary school. I love food, so, I mean, it's not, for me, food is not just sustenance. It is a lifestyle. And it's something that, I like to be around. I like to cook. Like I say, I just made some cinnamon rolls. I want to make some white bread now that I found the secret to making bread rise. Let's repair some of this so it doesn't bog us down here as bad. Because we're going to go get a bunch of stuff. I know I said that I was excited to use the 5.56 pistol, but I think I'm going to use this plasma defender for a while, which is pretty much an advanced plasma pistol. And of course we'll switch over to the overcharge ammo. Let's see if I can knock some of these down from here actually, before we get into that. Because we see red blips out there. I've got the scope. Believe we can blow that car up too.
All mine. Eat this.
There it is. Yep, there went the car.
You're mine.
What is yours? Exactly. There is something out in the distance, but I think it's too far for me to catch on perception, so. Several first shooter games give you the bare minimum at the beginning of the game to survive. I'm going to try that dough rising method of yours. Who knows, maybe tomorrow if I'm not busy. Yeah. The apple cinnamon rolls are phenomenal. I can't wait to actually sit down and try them. I tried a little bit of the dough. It's absolutely delicious. What I did is, the recipe that I made was specifically 2 apple cinnamon rolls, but the girlfriend doesn't like baked fruit, so I made 1 roll with just cinnamon sugar and a little bit of nutmeg. Put a little bit of nutmeg in your cinnamon rolls. You'll thank me later. And then the other one, I just took 2 apples and took them over to the cheese grater and shredded them up and put those into the middle, rolled it up, and baked it all. And it's, I'm going to make some icing in the morning, eat them that way. It's going to be good. Let's switch back out to that plasma defender that I wanted to use. So I think for the rest of this, we're going to be getting right up close and personal with everybody. I'm guessing I blew some of these fuckers up when I blew the car up. We're getting karma for this, which is good because we lost karma when we opened up that safe. And there's more stuff up there. Thought there was another one down here. There's another one of these bright guys. Which they just call it a dead ghoul, but he's actually a Bright Brotherhood follower in that robe. And we'll see a little bit more of what's going on there in just a minute. There's a heavily irradiated lake down there, so we won't screw with that for right now, but we'll see that in a bit. And this is an area that's actually worth taking a look into because there's a bunch of stuff stashed in here as well. Oh, you know what? You know what I want to do? I want to play with the RCW. Let's see if we can blow that car up. Like I said, laser Tommy gun is what this is. And it shoots about like one too. A little bit more spread. Yeah, we'll use this for a little while, I think. And look, more ammo. I need to find a workbench for all this stuff I'm getting here. And more missiles. Yeah, it's got about the spread of a Thompson too, doesn't it? There actually is a Thompson in this game. And you've got a leather belt and some pre-war money. You've got some caps. All of which is good stuff. There's another bright guy. We should probably maybe fix some of these RCWs together. Maybe that'll take some of that spread down. Because gosh, that's horrific. Machete. Yeah, you wouldn't think that a laser-based weapon would have that much recoil and spread, but I guess that's Fallout physics. And if we do run short on this too, and we can find a workbench, I mean, we've got plenty of energy cells. Rather than converting them into overcharge, we can turn around and convert them into electron charge packs, which are the ammo for the repeating weapons. Another Nightkin, or what used to be a Nightkin. And he's got another Plasma Defender, which... phenomenal weapon. I think when I run out of the ammo for the RCW, we'll go straight to that. Because we got plenty of it for that. In 2 varieties. My mom used to bake everything. I never paid attention. She made the best cinnamon rolls. Yeah, my grandma baked a lot too, so... Launch music signal found. Well, radio's muted for YouTube, I guess, so that would be pretty pointless to open up anyway.
Hey, over here. Are you listening? Go to the big room on the east side of this building and take the metal staircase all the way up. And hurry.
No, screw you. Don't tell me how to feel. Who are you?
Who I am doesn't matter, smooth skin. Stop wasting time and get up here.
Where are you located?
Like I said, find the metal staircase in the big room on the east side of the building. It's where they used to make rockets.
And now we can just have fun with the guy. Tell me again how to find you.
Big room, metal staircase, east side of the building. Is that too many syllables for you?
Got it.
Let's hope you do.
And there we see a dead Nightkin and another bright dude. I'm thinking really hard about going in and unloading quick before we do this. Let's see what we're at for weight first, since we found the facility and I have a map marker for it. No, baking was always a skill that eluded me. And now I'm actually learning how to do that, and you know, I was always the one that would go get the box of brownies and make brownies once a week that way, but I mean, it's so much more fun to make them from scratch. I almost don't want to eat box brownies anymore, now that I know how to make them from scratch, and I'm actually fairly good at it. You know what? We've got 58 pounds to go. Let's do it. They're gonna go off and kill everything anyway. It died. Another one. Another recharger pistol. We're not going to go that route though. We're going to come down here and go this direction. Yeah, if you ever need stuff in this game, and this is a good place to go hunt for it too. There's all kinds of junk all over this place. Clipboards and scrap metal. And when we go to Old World Blues, we can actually take some of these clipboards back into there and do something with them. Hey look, there's a ghoul.
Run from me.
You can't run from me. A little bit more Nuka-Cola. Some more food, perhaps. Another bright dude. And this is great too, like when I was doing the survival character and was crafting everything, it's a great place to go and find stuff. I'll leave that there. Bobby pins for lock picking. Definitely take some of those. Another staircase to the upstairs we're not going to use just yet. So we'll go check the bottom floor first. I don't care how mad the ghoul on the other end of the intercom was at me. I'm going to search this place out the way I want to. Okay, apparently I can't get in there. I'm surprised we're seeing roamers this early in the game. And here's the door to the outside.
Problem, Smooth Skin. Lost your way. Let's hope.
That's the alternate exit.
You're mine.
Oh, you guys went upstairs the other way. You jerks. And they're still shooting, so... I don't know where they are or what they're shooting at, but they are still shooting. Okay, I heard you. But I don't see you.
Eat this.
Yeah, sneak doesn't generally happen at this portion of the game. Especially if you have companions. Now, if I'd have gone no companions, we might have had a different story going on here. Some dead Brahmin in here. This is the staircase he was looking for, but we're going to go explore just a little bit more before we... because he was kind of a douche. This is where we're going to wind up. You know, I just realized, I hope I can say douche about a fictitious character on YouTube. You know, those new terms of service and harassment all rolled out. I don't know what I'm going to do. There's that other door that we saw. There's one more floor above us that we can do that's actually linked to this as well. But first, there's a ton of stuff in here that we can go and loot. Of course, there's employee terminal. Public kitchen. To all RepCon employees, hello everyone. Please remember the kitchen is a privilege, not a right. Please clean up after yourselves. Remember that a clean kitchen is a happy kitchen. Thanks, Emily. P.S. Please also remember that any food left in the icebox without a date will be thrown away every Friday evening, so date your food. Welcome to Robco. Greetings, fellow RepCon employees. I'm so happy to announce that we have finalized our deal with Robco. Starting tomorrow, we will be an official Robco facility. Most of you won't notice anything different aside from an increase in benefits. Thank you all for your time and welcome again to the Robco family. Steve. Martin's retirement. Hey, Gordon. I was as surprised as you were to hear about Martin's retirement. Seemed that things were going so well. Party sounds like a great idea. I'm sure he'll love to see everyone on his last day. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Emily. I don't know if there's a date on this. No, there isn't. That's too bad, because that would actually give you some idea of when all this happened and who was waiting for the retirement party when, because remember, the bombs fell in 2077. It is now 2281. Let's see. More caps. More smokes. And then, yeah, for the most part, all these are just going to say the same thing over and over again. This one's got something else, though. Dear Robco Supply, first off, let me say that everyone here is really excited about the merger. It is super happy, or it's super to be part of the company as exciting as Robco. We got some kinks in the supply chain. Yesterday, a bunch of crates got delivered here containing 2 gross of devices called Stealth Boys. Is it okay if I ask what these things are? Do they really make you invisible? That sounds wild. What will Robco think of next? Let me know if the shipment came here by mistake. No problem if it didn't. I bet you can have a lot of fun with these things. Thanks, Bill Martin. Yes. Hopefully a more user-friendly platform will compete with BoobTube and offer more freedom to users and content creators. Well, I mean, yeah, that's part of the reason too. While I'm sitting here with, while I'm going on to Twitch and streaming on there, while I'm on DLive right now. Actually, I have no idea if I'm on DLive right now because I think I lost internet connection for a second. And pretty much, if you're done with DLive, you're done at that point. So, yeah, I don't know if that's a possibility right now, but let's see. Yeah, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Twitch, and part of the reason as well, last night I started uploading all my gaming streams over onto BitChute as well, because I'm not confident that YouTube is going to remain there, especially as a user platform anymore. Tim Pool and Six Hexenhammer keep saying the same thing over and over again. They think that YouTube is trying to make themselves over into Google Netflix, and I see no reason why they could be wrong, to be completely honest. I think they're absolutely right. I think that's absolutely what's happening. So, and if that happens, yeah, we'll get to keep Rocket Jump sketches. We'll probably get to keep the King of Random. That's probably going to stay on YouTube, but you know, all these family-friendly, fun, sponsored sites are going to stay on because they can sell commercials off of them and make money off them. And someone like me playing a video game or bitching about politics is going to get the axe. 2081. Well, not much chance of me seeing that year date. Kirk Douglas just celebrated his 103rd birthday. Who's Kirk Douglas? Private server access. Robco visit. Steve, please make sure your people are ready for the Robco visit. We are down to negotiating on what the project is worth. So the better that experiment goes for tomorrow, the better for all of us. Reply. Sir, I have my team looking into what happened yesterday. I was assured by my best people that the experiment would go off without a hitch. We are starting cleanup of the affected areas today, but I'm told it may take decades for the radiation to clear completely. Reply. Just make sure someone is punished for this. This has significantly reduced our position with Robco. I want them to know that we can keep our house in order. So apparently something blew up. We check the desk. Another bright dude. Okay, this was on the other side of what I was trying to climb earlier, I think. Maybe not. But we do have a supply closet over here. Just got some random stuff. Nothing that's really useful to us without being a crafting character. But we can grab some drugs. Those are weightless. Get us a good turnaround. Weightless and 11 caps of crack. Can't go that way. This dude's got stuff. Actually gonna unload some of the junk that's not gonna get us crap in here. So butter knife, that's gotta go. Fork, that's gotta go. A wrench, that's gotta go. It'll free us up a little bit of space. Another barracks, and actually I think this was where we came up, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. So I checked all of those. Huh, why didn't those combine, I wonder? Usually they do. That one, and we have almost a full strength. laser RCW, and we do have a full-strength plasma defender. What location is this? Let's see. I think that woman at Pollock is going to destroy YouTube. I think Wojcicki is going to destroy YouTube, to be completely honest. But, I mean, like I say, they're trying to compete with Netflix, which is independently owned, and Apple, which just did its own Apple streaming service. So yeah, they're trying to compete with them, and yeah, I could absolutely see them trying to turn YouTube into their own sub-service. R-Rated Conservative has said that too. What location is this? I had to jump out for a bit. We are in the Repcon facility. One of the last Golden Age actors, Spartacus, War Wagon, Path of Glory, etc., follower of Michael Douglas, who that I know. The actor in Romancing the Stone, Falling Down, etc. Michael Douglas was, I know him best for his Wall Street role, which I only seen bits and pieces of Wall Street. I'm actually interested in seeing the entire movie, but yeah, I didn't know that was his 103rd birthday. Well, happy birthday to him. Yeah, we're doing Repcon right now. We're doing Come Fly With Me. So we're figuring out why the ghouls are coming down into town. Into Novak. Hey, they found somebody. Hey, it's dead. Oh, you have Radix. Lock the door. Oh, you were talking nationality. Well, Pollock is a last name. I know some people with that last name too, so apologize for the confusion there. Nuka-Cola. What is it that Christensen says? Susan Wiki? Hi, another bright dude. These guys are all over the place. And another RCW. And there's that famed kitchen that, you know, we saw the HR notice. This was supposed to stay clean. Look at this place, seriously. A clean kitchen is a happy kitchen. Emily's gonna be mad. Watch Falling Down. I will put that on my watch list. Susan is triple T. R-rated. Am I going to be able to say triple T out loud when I read it back? I'm curious what it means, but is this going to be something I'm actually going to be able to say out loud on the microphone? I know somebody's already tried to get me to say the 14 words on stream. Recharger pistol. Not going to use that yet, but we'll use that in a bit, I think. Yeah. I like that. There, we got some loose cigarettes we can take. And a pack. No, I knew what you said as soon as you said. I know what you were talking about. One thing that always bothered me about this game is why the cigarettes don't stack. I mean, they stack up, obviously, but, I mean, if you get 20 cigarettes, why they don't turn into a pack of cigarettes, just to take up less space in your inventory. Other games do that. I've known some great pulls. Susan's one of the bad ones. Yeah, I went out with a good one. It actually took her forever for her to actually tell me what her last name was. She just had it marked as Ski. But yeah, she wouldn't tell me what her last name was because she didn't want me to know exactly how Polish she was. And, you know, when she did finally tell me what her last name was, she was indeed right. She was incredibly Polish. Which I'm not going to repeat it, obviously, but... yeah, all kinds of stuff in here. Including a couple of those funny stealth boys they were talking about. It's not this safe, but you gotta watch some of these safes too when you go in and look at them, because some of these are, well, just one. There's one safe in the Robco headquarters, I think it is, that is glitched, and there are actually two safes sitting within each other. And you can open them both, and they both got different loot in them. We'll look at... I don't think we'll look at that before we get into the DLC. Well, we'll definitely go look at that. Not to bring up stereotypes, but that explains a lot about her. Yeah? I'm going to filter another beer out of the fridge. Let's see. Smoking is bad. I'm enjoying one right now. Yeah. I stopped smoking, and of course I'm renting right now, so most places in Wisconsin you can't smoke indoors anyway. It's usually pretty much right in the rental contract where you can't smoke indoors. I would have a cigar if I could have one indoors, though. I would love to just sit and have a cigar while we're sitting here discussing the finer points of Susan WikiWiki, of which she has few. I am going to have to make a trip to town, I think. Let's see. They should be the currency. Well, they do make a good currency in this game because they're pretty much just about weightless in your inventory, and they bring you in a good amount of caps. So that's part of the reason I pick them all up is weight versus caps. That's really easy to go and pick as many as you can. I think I'm done here. Oh, there's another door. And another office with an employee terminal. Cake. While you're there, pick up some scotch tape and toilet paper, you know, for crafting. Well, I'm not crafting this character, but yeah, I don't think there's scotch. There's duct tape. There's plenty of duct tape in the wasteland. Scotch tape, I don't think came out of the split. Stacy, are you kidding me? We've been planning this for Martin's party for months now, and you forgot to order the cake. There's no way we're going to find some place to deliver one out here on this kind of notice. Go to the break room and find something for everyone to eat at the party. Gordon. Otherwise, we've read everything else in here. Ooh, stuff. Some more caps. More caps. You know, bottle caps weren't currency before the bombs dropped. And yet you see some of these places that are essentially undisturbed. Not to mention there's 9mm rounds in a desk in Office Suburbia in Nevada. Let me check this one already. But I mean, why were people keeping all these bottle caps? I don't understand that. I mean, I'm glad they were. I can use them for currency now, but still, it's... Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Oh, stuff. No, I checked that one already. Because I've been in here already. Alright, so we're going to go back to town quick. Oh, there was one more level for us to check up here. Another barracks, if you will. Stuff. A leather belt. I'll take it. That one's worthless because we've read all that already. Da-da-da. Oh, stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm not wrong, right? I mean, the caps weren't currency until after the bombs dropped. And the executive office, we have found it. That's bullshit. We can't sit in that chair. We can sit in any other chair anywhere in the wasteland, but we can't sit in that one. Soft lock solutions, your security is our security. Storage room terminal. We finished converting that old generator room into storage as you requested. If you need to get access to the safe, the password is R3PCON, which I think I just, I think I rated that already. Thanks, Bill. Reply retirement. Hello, Stevie. Well, I can't say that I'm surprised. You were a devious worm when we started here all those years ago. I guess someone has to take the blame, and it may as well be your old friend. That waste spill never would have happened if you didn't push the team so hard, or if you paid for actual competent personnel. I'll be happy to take my retirement package. Good riddance to you in this forsaken place, Martin. So we're starting to see a little bit of what happened here. It looks like, and this is actually the first time I've read some of this. Looks like Martin was the CEO before, and he got pushed out when the new company came in, and then they decided to stick him in the back for the chemical spill that we saw when we were first coming in here. I will gladly take almost all of this. I'll take the other stealth boy too. Hell yes. And I think we're going to be out of space at that point. Take that down. And then yeah, this door is blocked, so you can't do anything with that. I used beer bottle caps for poker chips a while ago. Huh, that's interesting. Did you have different denominations per brand, or how did that work? Also, how the fuck do I get out of here? Oh, we came this way already. Let's see. There's the kitchen. Off we go. And I think for this we're going to go back to Good Springs because we're going to go back home. Good Springs. One day I'm going to make it into Nevada, and I'm actually going to go and I'm going to visit this little town. I hear they're pretty well versed in the fact that they are featured in this game now. So, let's take a nap to bring us back to daylight. I lost my connection. I think my LAN port is about worn up on this laptop. Well, that's no fun. Does your Wi-Fi not work on there? Or does it not have built-in Wi-Fi? Alright, Chet, what do you got for me today?
You looking to buy some supplies?
No, I'm just looking to unload some stuff. What do you have for sale? Actually going to hold on to that because we're going to use that for the weathered 10 mil. Get rid of this stuff. We'll hold on to that even though we don't have any 4570 government and are not likely to get it. We can at least... I think we can trade that off for Gunrunner's edition and modify the hell out of it. Non-Gunrunner laser pistol is gone. Machete's gone. Yeah. Once that's fully repaired, look at the price on that. $16.19 for pretty much free at this point. But I'll unload that one, I think. We'll hold on to the plasma rifle until we can find a Gunrunner's one. Get rid of the rebar clubs. Hold on to the recharger pistol. And we might store that. It's part of the reason we came down here. I'm going to store that, I think. Because I'm not using it. I'm using the varmint rifle right now. For my 5.56. And then I've got the pistol as well. So that'll be that. So gone, 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 gone. Hold on to the recon beret. Let's see what else can I get rid of. Gone. Get rid of the drugs because drugs are bad. Okay. No, we kept it simple. We were drinking. Don't confuse the drunks. Each cap represented $1. I was back when I used to chase storms in the roofing business, hurricanes, hailstorms, etc. The Wi-Fi is flaky as well. Yeah. No, and I've heard some bad things about people who chase the storms in the roofing business. There's a company in Madison that was their advertisement campaign for a while. I think they had to take it down because they were defaming the people that go out and do that, which I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, you're going to want to go with where your business is. But yeah, like local roofers do not like people that go and chase the storms. So we are going to go and store some of this soda too. Let's get rid of the smokes. Let's get rid of the pre-war money. Loose cigarettes. And 3 cartons. A clipboard, how the hell did that get in there? And a pencil, how the hell did that get in there? We'll call it that. Let's see if this guy's got anything good. It's 10 years old. It has gotten used every day for the last 8 years. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I've had computers like that as well. And they do start to get worn out, especially like the Wi-Fi or the LAN port, if you move it around a lot, seems to be, but I mean, I don't. My computer doesn't move, even though it's a laptop, and I could. I just leave it where it is. I was hoping maybe I could see some primer stuff around here, but guess I don't see any of that. Alright, we'll take that.
Give me a shout if you need anything else. Take it.
So we ran him just about out of money, but he'll restock. Let's go and put some stuff away, I think. So let's see what's in here. Mostly food stuff. Throw those in there. Throw those in there for now, but we will try and use some of those, I think. We'll get rid of that many of those. I think that's going to be it. I think we're going to be stuck at 122. Let's see if I can get rid of some of this as well. Some of the weapons I'm not going to use for a while. We'll stash the 9mm. We'll stash the hunting revolver. We will stash these two for now, and that one because we're going to use the plasma defender. We were going to stash that one no matter what. Stash the shotgun because I'm not using shotgun right now. We'll hold on to the laser pistol, I think. We'll stash that, and we'll hang on to everything else. Well, that frees up a lot of space right there. All the homeowners received a toll-free number. There were usually just a few calls for backs for leaks. Most of the time, it was for new damage. Yep. So laptop stays on the desk, same spot for the last 8 years, but it does get jostled occasionally, which is probably why the port is messed up. Well, and you could probably order a new one too. I mean, on stuff like that, especially if you've got swap drive, like my old one did, you can usually flip stuff like that out pretty quick. So I would look into just getting a new port right now. I mean, if you're not ready to spend the money on something new, which I'm not currently because I'm working on building a desktop, absolutely go and pick something up that, you know, just to do repairs. I've been fixing a lot more stuff lately, so when I can. Alright. Let's go back to the next part of the mission. Something's shooting. But I don't know where. We're actually pretty close to a couple other sites on the map, so it's actually not that surprising that they're shooting. We'll go in the second door this time. We won't screw around with everything else. We'll go in the side door. Alright, so now we have to go find the ash pile. That leads down into the metal area, which I believe was this way. Oh, that's that light that's flickering. I might have been wrong. But we have a quest marker. I don't know why I'm not, or why I'm, yeah, not following it. Alright, so we need to get up there. Hey look, another bright guy. And another recharger pistol.
All right, Smoothskin. I'm letting you in. You better watch yourself. I'll sure as hell be watching you.
Sounds like a ghoul is pretty pissed at us for being human. So let's go in and have a look.
God, but are you ugly. Get upstairs and talk to Jason before I throw up just from looking at you.
Hey, you're not a ghoul.
Your pranks won't work on me, Smoothskin. They won't work on Jason either.
It's an iCore 3 processor, does everything I need to accomplish. Yeah, you know, there's no reason to spend the money if it's working with you. I need to do that because I actually do need more processor. Smoothkin, your skin looks pretty smooth to me.
Stop wasting my time, Smoothskin. Go waste Jason's.
We'll actually disarm in here.
Hey.
So there are two routes we can go with what we're about to do. But we'll listen to Jason first. That is... There he is.
Hello, Wanderer. Please forgive us our humble surroundings. Our true home awaits us in the far beyond. Have you come to help us complete the great journey?
I'm here because feral ghouls have been wandering into Novak.
And they've been shooting them down like animals, haven't they?
Well, they kind of are.
Those ghouls were members of my flock, even after the madness consumed their minds. We never let them wander free. We kept them safe on the first floor. We kept them contained. The demons must have let them out. Somehow. And now they are lost forever, denied the salvation and healing glow of the far beyond. Please, Wanderer, bear in mind that every feral ghoul you spare now is one that we can save later.
Yeah, it's a little late for that.
Clear, our feral brothers and sisters will accompany us on the great journey. If there are any left.
Whoops. Tell me more about these demons.
The demons appeared from nowhere. Except it might be more accurate to say they never actually appeared at all. The demons are invisible. Where one of them stands, the most one sees is the air shimmering, like sunlight on water. They set upon us as we were on our way to worship one morning. We had just entered the basement. My flock fought bravely and killed a few, but at such cost. Nearly half of us died or went missing. The rest of us retreated up here. One of the demons raved at us, but they have not tried to attack us since. Still, their demonic presence brought all progress towards the great journey to a standstill. But now you have come. Once again, the Creator has sent a human to help us across a seemingly insurmountable obstacle.
You say one of these demons raved at you?
Yes, over the intercom. Threats of death should we step outside. Guarantees of safety should we stay locked away. It went on for hours, and did not always make sense. But that was the first day only. Since then, silence. Will you drive away the demons, Wanderer?
I'll take care of the demons for you.
Praise the Creator. Bless you, Wanderer. Bless us all. As soon as the underground has been rid of demons, preparations for the great journey can resume.
Okay. So, like I said, there are two ways that we can do this. One way, everything in here is owned. One way is going to be to go and make peace with the Nightkin, who are all set to aggro except for one, no matter what. And the other way is going to be to just blast like Clint Eastwood, straight through. That will be where we are going for later. So this is where we came in at. And I think I'm going to blast. I think that's going to be the best use of our time. So let's go over here. And now we'll go down here to the basement key.
Dark in here. If you want to use a scope, I can spot for you. Keep you on target.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, see, there's already an aggro blip over there. So we come down here first. Talk to this guy. Oh, I got Chet.
What's that, Antler? We have a visitor. An assassin, more like. I say kill it, Antler, for safe's sake. Hmm? Okay, Antler, I'll ask. Hi, human. Why you come here?
Are you alright? You sound strange. Let's check back in with Chet. i-Core 3 processor does everything I need to accomplish. I have an i5 desktop that I'm putting together. Just need to order the hard drive. It has 12 gigs of memory. That's quite a bit, so bravo on that. I picked up the desktop for just $7 at a garage sale. Everything tested good, just need the hard drive. Well, yeah, I would, if I sold a computer, that hard drive would be gone.
I am in command of my faculties, in command of my troops. Antler guides me in all things, as I in turn guide my kin.
I came here on behalf of the ghouls upstairs.
A human who is friend to ghouls? Suspicious. You mean the ones upstairs? Antler used intercom, told them stay put, but they want to come down in basement anyways. I cannot allow. My kin are not right in head like I am. They attack you on sight. Ghouls too. They crazy. Your ghoul friends have to wait until you find what Antler brought us to get.
Maybe I can help.
Good. Antler brought us here for a reason. Why was that, Antler? Right. A piece of paper. Shipment invoice. Hundreds of stealth boys sent here a long time ago. But stealth boys must be in the one room. One we don't search yet. The one we can't search.
Why can't you search this last room?
A ghoul, but not squishy like others. This ghoul is tough. I thought Antler said, send my kin into that room, but 3 died. Ghoul is a crack shot and set traps too. After I realized I heard Antler wrong, so I locked the door to keep kin out and wait for Antler to tell me what to do. Then you come along. Antler says you are solution.
I'll find the stealth boy stockpile for you if your kin will leave this place.
Yes, Antler says we leave here as soon as we get stealth boys. Let me give you key. Antler had me lock the door. The ghoul inside, not expecting a human. Maybe he don't shoot you. Maybe he will.
Okay. And just so the record is completely clear on this, Antler is the Brahmin skull sitting on the coffee maker. Just so we're all clear on that. Well, we're going to come down here.
Spotted.
Yep. See?
Eat this.
Too close, I can't get anything on it. And yeah, having companions here kind of screws us completely on this. Because pretty much right now we're aggro on to that guy. To Davison. But we're going to come in here. Snag that rebar club. Use the key.
Come and get it, you big dumb. Hey, you're not one of those things out there.
Who the hell are you?
Jason sent me down here to get rid of the demons.
And I bet he told you it's the Creator's will for you to risk your ass, instead of him, right? Well, good luck with that. I'd give you a hand, but no thanks. I may look like a corpse, but I'm partial to living.
How did you end up trapped down here?
First off, I'm not trapped. This was a tactical choice, all right?
Yeah, okay.
I'm no
Corner
match for
yourself.
those things out
That's
there.
a tactical choice.
So I found a good defensive position, and I've been defending it, right? Oh, who am I fooling? I'm trapped. Name's Harland. Pleased to meet you. What happened was, I was escorting folks down to work when those things attacked us. Most of the fight was upstairs, but some folks panicked and made for the basement, and I went after them. Well, turns out there were even more of those bastards down here than upstairs, and things went to shit fast. I couldn't find the others, so I fell back to this room, set up a nice little kill zone. End of story.
You don't look like the other ghouls from Bright's group.
Guess the outfit gives that away, huh? I never did buy into that religious mumbo-jumbo with the robes and all that shit. It gets lonely out in the wastes, okay? And I don't have to tell you that Bright's group has got some fine-looking ghoulettes in it. Or maybe I would have to tell you.
Yeah.
Anyway, I helped them out, and they kept me supplied with ammo and pleasant company.
I'm not gonna kill him. How have you survived?
I'm not delicate. Radroach meat for protein, condensation off the pipes for water, and I do my business over in the far corner. I wouldn't say it's been comfy.
How can I help get you out of this room?
Huh. Well, you're polite. I'll give you that. If this was just between you and me, I'd do as you ask. But it's not. I had a friend with me when those mutant bastards came out of nowheres. She panicked and ran the wrong direction. Further into the basement. She's probably dead. But I ain't leaving until I know for sure. I'd have gone looking myself, except I wouldn't last a minute out there. You, on the other hand, seem pretty resourceful. Find my friend, and I'll get out of your way.
I'll try and find your friend.
Thanks. Let me know what you find out. Here's hoping she's okay.
Alright. So we've got two choices. We help Harland or we help Davidson. And my friends with me have already...
Did you find my friend?
No, I haven't. I haven't found her yet.
I'm not expecting good news, but keep looking.
I need to get going.
Bye.
Another one out here we can search. Alright, so since we've already smoked one and have bad karma with the Nightkin at this point, there's no point in trying to help Davison, so we're just going to smoke through here at this point. So... yeah, have you ever seen the Netflix movie The Babysitter? That's another one, too. That kid kept cornering himself over and over again. I don't know. Take care of that. Yeah, the main character in that movie, he just kept cornering himself over and over again. I could not figure out any sort of defensive position that he had, which he didn't really have anything defensive.
You die now.
Alright, where are you? Ah! grab some food. But for the most part, yeah, we're just kind of chilling. There's not a hell of a lot in here that's useful to us in the build that we're doing. I'll take a Nuka-Cola though, so we can get those sweet bottle caps when we heal off of them. We got a little supply closet here, which once again, if we were playing a crafting character, would be phenomenal because there's all kinds of stuff in here. But we're not playing that kind of character. So most of this is useless for us here. And trust me, when I am playing a crafting character, that is cleaned out. Looks like a classroom of some sort in here. Back when they could smoke during the presentations indoors, especially when it's underground. That's something you wouldn't see nowadays. I think we're all cleared off in here. Yeah, I'm going to find the friend. Phone a friend. We'll be like, whose line is it anyway? Well, there were some bottle caps down here. Maybe I was wrong. What I should do is armor up my companions. Oh, yeah, see? Caps. More caps. Now when you see bottle caps, it's always useful to look for them, as we saw with the Legend of the Star quest we heard about earlier. Because every once in a while they'll have a star bottle cap hidden with them, and... Ow! That one's got a flamethrower. And is deceased. Ibot, you gotta move. We'll take all of that. See if there's anything else around here we could possibly use, which I don't think there is. More of those. More stuff that's of no use to us currently. That's the downstairs. Let's check this other room quick. I'm already almost out of ammo for this thing. There's just some random junk in here. That's blown out already. That's blown out already. And another room. And Ghoul prisoner. Sad news. There's the friend. But we'll snag the robe. Double check around here for anything useful. Still in Fallout 3 mindset. Whereas when I see gases in the air, I just want to double check that it's not going to blow me up, so pump some lasers into it. So that is that. The friend is no more. So we'll go talk to Harlan first.
Did you find my friend?
Yes, unfortunately.
I see. Well, spare me the details. Damn it. I'm gonna miss that crooked yellow smile. Alright. You did your part, so I'll do mine. Look around up here if you want. I'm gonna make a break for topside.
And I mean, this guy's got everything in here booby-trapped that he could. Obviously, he shot that one. Bear-trapped this one with a bear trap, but you gotta watch your step because there are more bear traps. And they're set to Owen, so if he actually sees you do this, he's gonna start shooting at you. Another one. And I don't have explosives high enough to do anything with that yet, but we can change that. First, let's take care of some of this. We suddenly went from almost full to almost empty. And I didn't get what I was in there for anyway. Right, let's see. We'll actually put some points into that because we need it anyway. We'll bring science up and that'll bring us up here. We don't get a perk this round. Disarm and collect the mine. Alright, so the mine is done. There's some more in here. I'll disarm that. Yeah, he had this place all kinds of booby-trapped. Yeah, pretty much. That's all that he wanted. No help from the trapped one. No, he's taken off, which is fine. I guess... I mean, in spite of the fact that, yeah, I mean, everything else is cleaned out, we're just gonna have to go take care of a... God, what is his name? Anderson. Is it Anderson? Davison, I'm sorry, not Anderson. Which he's just going to turn straight aggro on us as soon as we walk in. We're going to complete his portion of the quest anyway, but yeah, he's just going to go straight aggro as soon as we walk in. Yeah, this guy wasn't pulling any punches. Look at all that. And actually, you can tell by the antenna on top that that computer is rigged below too. Really? That's what you're gonna do? Yeah, you can't disarm the rigged computers. Apparently. It looks like we've disarmed everything else on this floor, so we'll run upstairs. Empty rad roach with his meat over there. Some other various junk that we can't use. This is what we're looking for right here. This terminal. Shipment mistake. First off, let me say that everyone here is really excited about the merger. It's super to be a part of the company. It's exciting. Alright, we read this one already. Workplace misbehavior. In light of yesterday's upsetting events, all employees are hereby directed to give a thorough reading to REPCON's sexual harassment and workplace behavior policies. Also, while it's not explicitly stated in the employee handbook, unauthorized use of military hardware against fellow employees is ground for immediate termination. Sincerely, Daniel Nevitt, HR Manager, REPCON Robco. I'm guessing those stealth boys were not used in a proper manner, just based on what we're seeing right there. Shipment sent back. From Sanjeev Rajan, REPCON Custodian. We are sending back 2 crates of devices labeled Stealth Boys back to you. According to the manifest, each crate contained 1 gross, 144 of the devices. As a result of employees' misbehavior, not mine, 1 crate was opened and is missing 5 Stealth Boys. Sorry about that. Sincerely, Sanjeev Rajan, Custodian. So, there are no Stealth Boys here anymore. And Davison's quest was useless. But we got a bunch of ammo. There's a bunch of stuff we can loot. It wasn't a complete waste. Snag those. And it's worth looking around here as well, because we can come over here and find some 308, which I don't think we have anything chambered in 308 just yet, and some drugs. And we can shortcut down off of these crates. Alright. Let's go give the bad news to Davison.
Antler says you are the one killing.
Oh. Out of juice. And he's got a bumper sword, which, if we were playing a melee character, would actually be a great addition. Snag these bottle caps quick. And I mean, other than that, I mean, it's a sword made out of a bumper. Gigantic two-handed thing, too. But we're not playing melee, so we'll run back onto that. Just look around for a tick here. Not much useful in here. And hit the switch, and we opened up a new area. Full of useful junk if you're building a crafting character. Just full to the hilt with it. Yeah, this is a great place to shop if you're building a crafting character. There's a bunch of stuff in here. Some stuff in here, including a weapon that we can turn around and sell, and a reloading bench if we actually had stuff to run on a reloading bench, which of course we don't. A little room over here with a mangled reactor in it. And a workbench, which we actually can do stuff with. Which means we can use our RCW again. Recycle some energy cells. Some flamer fuel. Convert missile to rocket, which we're not going to do yet, but we're going to do as we get towards the end of the DLC, and we'll see why. But for right now, we're just going to collect missiles, because they are weightless. And yeah, we had the chance to convert things into electron charge packs if we wanted to, but we don't. We'll change over to the overcharges. And there's a bunch of cool stuff in here that we're gonna swipe before anybody knows that we're down here. And none of it's set to own, so I mean it's not like it's terrible. But one of the things here is a spacesuit and a helmet. We'll have a look at that quick. It is legitimately a 50s model spacesuit. Like from a B movie. But the addition to that is the fact that it's rad resistance of 40%. Which is not huge in here, but I mean, we'll see places where we definitely need it. But let's go back to our armor, because it doesn't have a great DT and a sheriff's hat. We'll see what those are for in a minute.
Hello? Who's down there?
What's the deal with all the rockets down here?
That's none of your business, Smoothskin. Jason was very clear. Get rid of the demons, then report back. He didn't tell you to poke around down there. Got it?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Stop wasting time.
Alright. So, we're not supposed to be here, but we can shortcut back out of here. Because this will lead us back out. And now we're sitting here looking at the irradiated lake I was telling you about earlier. But as long as we're down here and collecting our ads, we've also got somebody who came down here to do drugs. Steady, cat eye, absinthe. We'll leave the absinthe there. But he just sort of passed away down here, probably from the radiation. Cat Eye is kind of fun in this game because it gives you low light vision. Switch that to overcharge. Alright, back through this maze. Oops, I knocked the shit over. Hello, why can't I climb the stairs? Is it here? Yep, it's right there. Okay. Yeah, Ed's amazed just getting through that area. And we'll skip this tool bag and holster the defender and go find the glowing dude, I guess. Where is he? I don't know why they need Radaway, because radiation heals these guys, but apparently they do. There's a guy in a suit that's glowing somewhere around here. There he is.
Is the way clear?
The demons are gone.
Praise the Creator, and bless you, Wanderer. The way is clear. I will lead my flock through the basement to the sacred site. I hope you will come find us there, Wanderer. There is much to be done.
Alright. As you can see, they're gearing up for space travel. That's a door that can't... I thought there was some... I think there might still be something I can do with that. But yeah. And of course, we've got to go back and forth each time we have to do this. And we are going to have to do this one more time. It's kind of funny how much they look like little green men once they're in the spacesuit.
I waited to speak with you one last time before I descended to the launch pad, Wanderer. I want you to know that we will remember for all eternity how you delivered us to the threshold of the great journey. Our preparations are nearly complete, but the rockets that will carry us to salvation are yet missing vital components. If you would still help us, Wanderer, speak to Chris. He can tell you what is missing. There is no way that we can thank you enough, Wanderer. Your arrival here was a blessing. We will remember you always.
What's the great journey?
We wish to escape the barbarity of the wasteland, especially the violence and bigotry of its human inhabitants. The Creator has promised to my flock a new land, a place of safety and healing, a paradise in the far beyond. Preparations for the great journey were nearly complete when the demons appeared.
Are you seriously going to make your great journey on those rockets?
Yes. The rockets will convey us to our promised land in the far beyond. Vision upon vision has confirmed it.
Those rockets will convey you and your flock straight into the ground.
I understand your concerns, friend, and I thank you for voicing them. But the Creator's will for us has been made manifest.
Excuse me. What is this far beyond?
I have glimpsed it only in visions, Wanderer, but what I have seen is truly miraculous. It is a place of light and healing, and I know in my soul that my flock will be safe there.
Let's talk about Chris.
After all that you have done for us, I suppose you deserve to know everything. When Chris came to us, We tried to convince him that he was human, but this only angered him. He seemed lost. We decided to let him stay with us for a few days, over the course of which we learned that his technical skills far surpassed our own. It became clear that the Creator had sent him to us, to ensure the success of the great journey. Equally clear was that Chris should labor in blessed ignorance of his humanity, and his inability to make the journey himself. It is no coincidence that two humans have been vital to the success of the great journey. It is my belief that the Creator sent you and Chris to expiate the sins of your kind against mine. You're redeemers both.
So you're just going to leave Chris behind?
Such is the Creator's will. Vision upon vision has shown me that were Chris to accompany us, he would die in minutes. The radiation around the launch pad alone would kill Chris in minutes. The radioactivity of the far beyond is much stronger.
Well, it's none of my business.
Chris shall be declared the saint of the great journey before we depart.
I feel like I needed some
I hope
tea
this
to read
will
that.
ease his sadness.
Goodbye, Jason.
There is no way that we can thank you enough, Wanderer. Your arrival here was a blessing. We will remember you always.
Alright. Now we can see everybody down there getting ready to go on the trip. And if I hadn't massacred all the rest of the feral ghouls, they'd all be down there too. But I have companions, so...
Jason says that I am to cooperate with you on the final tasks necessary to launch the great journey.
What do you do here?
I'm the flock's resident engineer. I've always been good with machines. Jason says the great journey would have been impossible without me. Of course, my skills aren't much use unless I have the right materials. That's where you come in.
Why don't they let you work down on the launch pad?
When I joined the flock, Jason made it clear that he wanted me to supervise the repairs, not do them myself. It would be a waste of my gifts to work on just one system at a time. From up here, I've been able to supervise the entire project.
The radiation down there would kill you, Chris, because you're human.
I thought we were past all that, Smoothskin. But you just can't resist the chance to mess with me. Typical human. I was human once, you know. Grew up in Vault 34, northeast of here. Nice upbringing if you like assault rifles and target practice. But oh, you prefer machines that don't shoot people? Not so nice then. Who should maintain the
We'll
Vault's
be going down
reactor?
through Vault 34.
Hauser? Mitchell? No. Make it Haversam. He likes machines. Haversam won't mind getting irradiated. Haversam won't mind mutating. He's already ugly as it is. Haversam won't mind when his hair starts falling out after a few years. There's no connection, Haversam. You're neurotic.
So you left your vault because you were going bald?
Bald? You call this bald, Smoothskin? I'm a monster. A monster!
Oh, and we've got a Black Widow perk. Honey, you're no monster. You're cute. Why, I could just eat you up.
Stop making fun of me! But you're telling the truth, aren't you? Oh no. How could they do this to me? For 2 years? My God, I've been a joke to them. Do you have any idea how easy it'd be for me to sabotage those rockets? That'd be a joke, huh? One hell of a joke.
That'd be murder, Chris, and you're no murderer. Because we're
You
playing
think
good
I'm
karma.
too stupid to pull it off? I know enough to get their rockets working, don't I? So I can make them fail, too.
It's not a matter of smarts. You'd never forgive yourself.
Like I could forgive myself for getting duped like this? They used me, and now they'll throw me away.
They'd take you if they could, Chris, but you'd die.
And dying would be worse than this? Used up and thrown away like garbage?
They're going to revere you as a saint, Chris.
Oh, so I've redeemed the human race, is that it? What a crock. The human race can't stand me.
That's not true, Chris. You're all right.
So, you want me to accompany you on your adventures across the wasteland, is that it?
There's a little town called Novak down the road.
Life among humans again? That's what you're suggesting? I guess it's the only chance I've got. I can't believe I'm agreeing to this, but I'll give it a try. I'll get Jason and his flock on their way, and then I'll head for Novak.
Alright, so that was a lengthy speech check.
Are you ready to get started? Those rockets aren't going to launch themselves.
How can I help?
I was close to completing work on the rockets before we were driven into hiding on the top floor. 2 components were missing. A quantity of isotope 239 igniting agent, and a set of thrust control modules. The igniting agent is highly radioactive and decays quickly. That's why we can't use the drums that leak down on the launch pad. It's no longer potent enough. I need you to find an intact, shielded container of the igniting agent. As for the thrust control modules, they were custom built for these rockets. They won't even launch without them.
I will track down the igniting agent.
Very well. We don't need a huge amount. 2 to 3 liters should be enough.
Can you give me any tips for my current task?
Repcon has been ransacked so many times by scavengers, it's hard to know where the components might turn up. If they turn up. Jason has mentioned some industrial ruins to the east that are supposed to be highly radioactive.
I need to get going.
Bye.
So, we'll do the industrial ruins, which it's really hard to do with Boone because there's a lot of Legion there. So we'll head up to Novak. And then I think I'm going to have Boone stick behind.
What is it?
I think we should part ways for now.
If that's what you think.
Yeah, that's what I think. You should head back home.
Alright. Guess I'll be around Novak for a while longer until I figure out what I want to do with myself. See you around.
And see, that's going to be something that we're going to want to do here at this point because, like I said, Boone will, because he's NCR, will just he's auto aggro to anything that's Legion. Which we are at peace with the Legion right now, currently. So we can salvage that for a little while longer. We are not going to be at peace with the Legion for very long. That I can tell you. We're also going to need to do a bit of shooting here, I think. Near future. Look at all those aggro blips. Grab that. And if we really wanted to, and if we didn't grab the spacesuit from down there, we have a scavenger out here. And he's actually got the igniting agent on him, so we could just run from there. We'll grab the last of his cash, the igniting agent, his journal, which we'll have a look at that. Everything else he's got on him. So, storage room safe. We did that already. Stealth Boy shipment. We did that already. And the journal. Day 1, love the suit. And scavenge anywhere now. Screw the rads, I hereby christen myself Mr. Radical. Get it? Ha. Day 4, suit passed. First test with flying yellow colors. Overnight visit to Yucca Mountains. Didn't go too deep because something big moving around further down the tunnel. Rad level high, even where I was, and I didn't even feel a tickle. Go rad suit, go. Day 5, bombered it all morning. Didn't splash on the suit, or I'd be pissed. Must be something I ate. Day 9, exciting. Ran across Old Woman's scrapyard. Bought a gloating container for a measly 50 caps. Heading for Clarkfield to prove suit at higher rad levels. If it holds up, I'm going to pop this jar of goop open and pour it all over me. I bet I could swim in this stuff if I had enough of it. Oh yeah. And now we know why he's dead. I don't know why he didn't ghoulify and instead just died, but yeah, now we know why he is deceased. So that will be the first. I don't think I can fast travel though, because of aggro, so we're gonna have to go do some killing, I think. But we can grab a location marker anyway. Really? Come on. My energy weapon stat isn't that low. Actually, I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, I hope I didn't just drop again. The rad level jumped up. Alright, we need to fix some things here. So, first we're going to go ahead and use the last rad away. We're going to throw Rad-X on first. And yeah, that's what we're going to do from here. Let's I guess next thing we're going to do is actually use up some of this stuff. No drugs. We're not going to do drugs. What was I going to use explosives on? I don't remember. I had to buff my explosive stat for something, and now I don't remember what it was. Oh yeah, that's right, because I leveled up and I actually leveled it instead of going into using the magazine for it. That's why, because I couldn't disarm those mines. That's what it was. Alright, I guess we'll try from there. Rad level's going to jump up, I think. Again. But we can blow up a truck. And then there's a Brahmin down there we can loot. And this was the water purification site, so when the bombs dropped, all the water that's sitting in here got irradiated and made this a highly radioactive site. Might actually have to go have Doc Mitchell fix me up here. Keeps up like this. Nothing else of note up here, I think, other than the trailer that went with that tractor. And a couple of metal boxes in there with some ammo and some cash. And nothing up my sleeve there. And other than that, I think we are all taken care of. Now, we see the aggro here and the mixed non-aggro because, as I mentioned, we're probably about to find out what happens when Eddie starts shooting. But I've got a legionary there, which Boone would be shooting already. And I've got various wildlife over here. Fuck you, blowfly. And then, yeah, another neutral blip over there because, once again, we haven't made enemies out of the Legion yet.
Degenerates like you belong on a cross.
You know, if I wasn't so dedicated to maintaining peace for right now with the Legion, you would be toast for that. And here we have a raider gang.
You like that?
I do like that. I'm sorry, did you just try to melee me? Alright. That's done. Let's finish those out. See if I can get anything knocked down. I don't think I can. I can. So let's see how far overweight I get once I start cleaning these guys out. This guy's got a grenade rifle. He's an overachiever. Some 5mm on there. A little bit of junk that we don't need. Why is my strength down? Because I shouldn't be over encumbered yet. Well, I should be now, but... Alright, I guess we'll have to figure that out. Might be the radiation poisoning. Alright, let's see. Alright, we'll switch to that. But these Merc outfits at 8 pounds of crack should bring us down to where we need to be. And let's see. I think I know why. Oh, I ate gecko meat, that's why. So my strength is down 1, so I lost 10 pounds of carry weight. That's why. Alright, I think with that we'll head back to Novak. Pick Boone back up. Sell some of this stuff. Find the thrust modules, which we're going to have to actually go down there and switch quests to do. Finish this quest, and I think we're going to call it a night. So we'll go to Novak first. And unload.
Hey there. If you want to buy something from my shop, come back soon.
Come on.
I don't know if you know, but since Jeannie May passed, I've been keeping an eye on her properties for her. I think it's time we gave everything back to you, so take this key and make yourself at home at our motel. It'll open the room on the 2nd floor, closest to the lobby. Hope it suits you.
I already had a key for that room. We're not going to go over to that.
Sure thing. Have a look.
But we are going to unload some of this. That we can get rid of, because we've got the weathered one that's at full health. We'll drop that just because we don't need that anymore. Get rid of the frag stuff because I don't use it. Get rid of that because I've got a better one. They really get a whole bunch for that, for those rebar clubs. It's kind of insane. It's also kind of insane how much durability we lost on the plasma defender by using the overcharge. But that's part of the game, I guess. I'm going to hold on to this for now. Actually, I'm going to hold on to it. I'm not going to stash it yet. Do you have anything good? He's got C4 plastic explosive. He's fancy. And he's got cases too. So I'm going to take those. I think that's going to be all that he has that's useful, so... I don't... That's the thing, too. I just got a perk for barter, but I don't know what exactly I bartered. I pretty much ran the table on the guy and took all of his caps and bought a couple things in return.
Come back.
But I got 2 challenges completed over it.
Is it time?
Let's travel together.
I'm ready when you are.
Okay. I actually do need to take some time and rearm him too, except I don't know how much longer he's going to be on with me, because I think I'm going to grab Veronica about the time I find her. But let's go ahead and finish this up. I think I'm just going to finish up the rocket launch and we're going to call it a night. We'll probably get to Honest Hearts the next time through. I've been saying that for 3 episodes that we're going to get to Honest Hearts, but we are definitely, I think, going to get to that next time through. Well, I know we are, because we're bumping on the edge of level 10 right now, and only a couple things left to do before where I usually get to for that anyway. So, let's head over here. Let's finish this up. See, I don't know if something is just kind of sitting up there and waiting to land from when we blew up that car, or if there's actually something shooting out there. But yeah, we'll go ahead and run up here. And there's where we came down. That way we don't have to go through the entire system again. Instead, that brings us right up to the front.
Have you found the components we discussed?
I found an entire container of the igniting agent.
Yes, that's the stuff. And the container's shielding must be intact or you'd be dead by now.
That's
now
comforting.
All I need is the thrust control modules.
Can you give me any tips for my current task?
Scavengers wouldn't know the value of the modules just by looking at them. If you know any junk dealers in the area, I'd start there.
And as a matter of fact, we do know junk dealers in the area. I need to get going. That looks like that would be another way down. That, I think, is actually the way down to the launch pad, but we're locked out of it because supposedly the radiation would kill us instantly if we went down there. Which we got an F-ton of Rad-X. I don't know if it would kill us instantly if we went down there. Maybe we'd become ghouls. I don't know, though. I've seen some pretty intense radiation out of Fallout 3 that didn't kill instantly. But let's go see Old Lady Gibson. And her 3 dogs.
So, you're back. Now, where did we leave off?
Do you have any thrust control modules from Repcon in stock?
As it so happens, I do have some thrust modules.
I wonder what kind of
but they're
check I have
expensive.
attached for this.
500 caps worth of expensive.
But you're going to cut the price to $250 because I'm just that charming, right? Because I don't have the barter skill to do anything.
Ha! Yes, you are quite the smooth talker. What the hell? $250 it is.
Take the experience from that. 250 caps it is. Here it is. Here you go.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Then a quick run back. Yeah, that's gotta be something. I don't know what it could be, but that's gotta be something. But anyway, let's run back over by the irradiated lake. We seem to only be hearing it right here. Which objects, when they fall in this game, sometimes glitch and make that sound, so I'm not sure.
Have you found the components we discussed?
I found the thrust control modules.
Indeed you did. And they seem to be in excellent condition.
The rockets are set to go, right?
Yes. I'll tell Jason that the great journey can begin. The rockets are ready, Jason. The great journey can begin. Good luck, I guess.
Alright, so...
Gather all. May the Creator guide my words and help me speak true. The Almighty Creator has seen fit to answer our prayers. The time has come for us to board the rockets and begin the great journey. Though it may seem that all humans despise us, the Creator has seen fit to instruct us differently. The journey ahead would have been impossible if not for the intercession of two human friends. One new, the other a long, abiding companion. To our new friend, we say thanks, and promise never to forget how he cleared from our path the demons who sought to stay our journey. But to Chris, we owe more than thanks. Chris, you have made this great journey a reality. From this moment forward, you will be remembered as the saint of the great journey. We shall never forget you. I ask that you forgive us, Chris, and give us your blessing. And we bestow ours upon you. Seekers, board the rockets. Take your seats. The great journey awaits. To the promised land we go. To the far beyond.
Hello.
Alright. So after that speech,
Hey.
we've got one place left to go, and we are going to actually run up through the sewers for this one. Just because we are right next to the door if we go up this way, instead of having to go back through that maze. Which we're going to have to do anyway here. By the way, Antler. Fuck you. That's what I have to say to that. Because there's the door right there. And once again, we have to go and climb all these stairs. Pray to God that we don't need a key that we didn't get. And now we are in the control module. There's the cap building over there. I don't know if we can actually get in there or not. But we're going to activate the navigation control. Console seems to have something to do with the course plot for the rockets because you can't make heads or tails of how it works. Science of 55 are required. What are we at for science? And do we have a magazine? We do have a magazine. And that brought our science, because we had science of 50, so we weren't quite there. But now we're at 70, so now we can. The console displays a wealth of information concerning the projected trajectory of the rockets. What do you wish to do? Examine the navigation data further? Set the rockets to crash into each other, which will be bad karma. We're not playing that kind of game. Or leave the console alone. We are going to examine the navigation data further. Examining the trajectories a little further, it looks like the computer is set to take a non-optimal route to the specified destination. You surmise that with minor alterations, you can plot a course that will take them about 12.5% closer to their intended destination. Do you wish to alter the rocket's course? Yes, we are going to make the change. Because we got good karma out of it. And now, here's the launch. Now, and it's kind of sad, too, because they make a pretty big fanfare out of this, and because of copyright issues on YouTube, we don't get to hear it. Yeah, right now, under any other circumstance, you would be hearing the Flight of the Bumblebee. But I would also be getting copyright tagged for the Flight of the Bumblebee. And they are off. And we have completed Come Fly With Me. And I think that is where we're going to call it for the day. And we gained Novak fame as well, so now we are liked in Novak. We're spreading a pretty good message across the wasteland. I mean, right now only the powder gangers really have a problem with us, so everybody else is either accepted, liked, or idolized. So, we're going to call it there. And that brought us up to level 10. Which means it is time for Honest Hearts. Except it's 12:03. And I don't want to do that. So, what we're going to do next time on Ed's World Game, well, first we're going to bump up a bunch of stuff. I'll throw 5 into science. I'll throw 5 into repair. And I am actually going to throw 5 into medicine because I know there are some medicine checks that we have to pass once we're in Honest Hearts. And we have just an errant skill point sitting there. So we're going to take that. We'll get our perk. Light touch. That one's on here already. Night Person gives you 2 to Perception and Intelligence at night. I don't really like going at night, so we're not going to screw with that. You've been pushed around long enough. We had Nerd Rage here and now. Immediately grants an additional experience level, complete with all the advantages it brings. I don't like that just because we hit level cap so easily, especially when we do all the DLC. Finesse, higher crit, that we might do. Fight the power. Got enough of these, so, excuse me. Authorities pushing poor folks around. You gain 2 DT and 5 crit chance against anyone wearing the faction armor of NCR, Legion, or Brotherhood. We're trying to stay on the good side of NCR and Brotherhood, so we're not going to take that chance. But it will help us with the Legion later on. We might do that one later on. Scrounger perk, you'll find considerably more ammo in containers than you normally would. It's not going to be a problem for much longer. Commando, Gunslinger, Fortune Finder. Fortune Finder we really don't need either. to be completely honest. Extra experience points we don't need. Retention we don't need. No, we don't do that because we don't use enough of those. Intense training, you can put a single point into your special attributes. I actually might do that. I think that's going to be good with what's coming up. I'm going to throw one into strength. That's going to really help us out going into DLC. And we are done. So, we got to the point where we finished a quest and we've got to level 10, which means the next time in we are going to make a beeline for Honest Hearts. In fact, I'm going to mark that as my next quest. Let's do that. So, Happy Trails Expedition. So the next time we are here, we're going to cross the map directly and head for the Northern Passage. So let's go ahead and do a... Oh, we can't do a save while paused. So let's go ahead and do a hard save here. Let's see what our karma rating is. I haven't been looking at that the last time. Because they give you a rating based on what your karma is every time you level up, and it changes on level up. So, let's have a look here. We are an exemplar right now at level 10. Great karma. We're going moving along good. We'll be starting into the DLC. So, expect another 50 to 70 hours there. And let's jump out of here. And we are going to go back into this. So a couple announcements in case you don't catch it right now. Of course, tomorrow is going to be the podcast where I have the Common Sense American coming on and being my guest for the day. We've got a good show coming out there. I'm going to work on some solo work. I'm going to do an ed talk throughout the week because I'm going to be off on Saturday. So I don't know when I'm going to pull that off yet, but we'll figure that out as we go. I want to talk a bit about sanctuary cities being traded for Second Amendment rights because April Hart asked me to talk about that, and I've been looking into that a little bit here. And I am going to have a conversation about this whole porno thing because it's ridiculous. They're still getting on Matt Walsh for all of this as well. Let's queue up the browser. Let's see who's playing because we're actually going to raid on Twitch. And after that, we're going to head on out of here, I think. I want to thank everybody for coming in and joining us for the night. Ron Helton coming in and talking to us, the RRC. Anybody else that may have popped on and didn't say anything that I might have missed, thank you as well. Remember, you can catch all of this on demand on YouTube here again. And I'm working on uploading all of my video game content over onto BitChute as well because who knows how much longer YouTube is going to keep us here. Those of you who are watching over on Twitch right now, make sure you stick with us because we are going to go on a raid. Looks like I've only got one friend that's playing right now, so we've only got one person to raid. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get into here. As for everybody else on DLive and on YouTube and on Periscope, I can hear myself. On DLive, on Periscope, on Twitch, or not on Twitch because we're going to be raiding out of here. Watching over on Facebook. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow for the podcast.
If you're not a sub,